Hi, Daryl Joseph, psychologist here. Coming to you today from sunny, wonderful Miaro in Trinidad and Tobago. I spent some days down here with family and friends, resting, taking in the sunshine, the sea, just recovering and recuperating. But despite all of that, I still had you in mind. I'm still thinking about my audience, still thinking about my country, what could be done to help, what could be done to make things better. And with that in mind, let me kind of jump straight into it before some people wonder what this madman is doing walking down this lonely road in Miaro talking to his phone. Anyway, I wanted to follow on the topic of empathy that I was discussing last week. And I was describing empathy as the ability to understand the feelings of another person. And I want to delve further into why I think this is so important, why I think that this is the one critical trait that we need more of in this country in order to make things better. It's something we used to have an abundance of naturally, and over the years it just seems to have kind of waned a bit and we just don't seem to have it much anymore. Now, empathy is one of those traits that a person is born with, let's say, a potential to develop empathy. Sometimes that potential develops well, sometimes it's nurtured well, other times it's not nurtured so well. Some people are more predisposed to developing empathy than other people. So some people are naturally more in touch with others, and there are some people who are unfortunately not so in touch. What researchers have found is that children who receive a lot of cuddling at an infant age, that they tend to develop empathy more strongly later on as adults. Children who get a lot of love, a lot of hugs, a lot of kisses, a lot of cuddles from their caregivers, parents, all right? They tend to develop this sense of empathy a lot better. And also, within the home environment, children learn what they're taught. So if they are seeing their parents looking out for each other, trying to do what's best for each other, and if they see other adults and elder siblings and others around them doing the same thing, that particular trait, empathy, will develop and will grow. And we see the reverse as well. So children who don't receive a lot of affection, we have this stupid thing in this place sometimes where we say, if you hug up boys too much, they will turn out to be gay, or some foolish idea like that. That, getting into sexual preference is a whole story by itself, but that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm really talking about is this idea that somehow you could weaken a boy by giving him too much love and affection. We gotta get rid of that stupidness, We gotta throw that stupidness out, get it out of the window, and understand that we're losing our boys and we're losing our country precisely because we're not doing it enough. Okay? So, for those of you who are young parents, let's start off there. Or parents, rather, of young children. Because you could be old, but you have little kids, right? Hug up your children now. Mothers, fathers, daddies. Hug up your boys now. Hug them up, rub their head, tell them you love them. That's okay. That's all right to do. The scientists say that is what develops empathy in them. Don't be afraid to show affection. Don't be afraid to say I love you. Don't be afraid to say I'm proud of you for what you did. I remember a friend of mine making a joke once and saying that, where he lives, when he wakes up in the morning, the first thing the little children hear is, "Oh God, your mother this and your father that." And they call all the relatives in the child's family ancestry before they could say good morning. That's kind of cool, that now. All right? And let's try to develop and nurture empathy in our little kids, okay? I don't want to be too selfish and not share with you what I've been looking at, what I'm walking towards and where I am. So I'm just going to turn around a little bit so you can see what behind me looks like. As you can see, the beach. I got to be wet. Take care, you all. Talk to you soon.